And here we are again. This is the final instance for Thorn's Gate starting area.
A gaunt lord threatens to sway the Dower Hands to evil with the terrifying ritual about to take place in Skorgrim's Tomb.
And so the evil narrator person has just described how the world's completely fallen to pieces while you were gone. Yes, so much can happen in the 30 seconds I had the video off. And so we talked to him, and he tells you to follow, and how did I get it started again? I need to click X. Just a tip, I didn't know until recently how to fix it when your guy started suddenly turning to people like this, it would turn like that. And I found out X. If you click X, it turns it on and off. And I spent so many annoying days where I had to turn off the game and restart it to get that fixed. So if you ever encounter that problem, please remember that X is the key that fixes everything. And so more storytelling. It's a very cliched story, the people rising up against all the people who are making them annoyed, and you're standing right smack dab in the center of it. You're not the smartest hero. Aragorn had the sense to run away from a roving band of orcs out to kill him. You'd probably wave at them and go into a cinematic storytelling moment. And yeah, that pretty much is the entire opinion of your character. There are a few points where you run away, like that. They went, oh yeah, those statues look foreboding and evil, let's take this way around, into more statues, so never mind, I don't know their logic there. Well, those ones shot lightning, so. And then more storytelling over here. And we're almost to the combat section. That was just a little primer, they have a little more enemies. And then you have him over here, Gormor Dowersmith, the guy that I really wanted to beat up earlier when I realized that I didn't have the stuff for his quest. And then big lightning, and you can still turn while you're stunned, which is kind of odd. You would think it would root you in place. But when I'm not expecting it, that lightning strike, it scared me out of my seat. It almost scared me out of my seat. I'm still sitting here, obviously, but it made me jump. Then the shining orbs of light are going to reanimate this guy and make him evil, and he's going to be the big bad guy for quite a while. Or one of the big bad guys. I call him the so-and-so is this guy, and he's also a big bad guy. So they go and beat big bad guys together, and you ignore Sauron while you deal with these petty troubles. And now, as you can tell, the screen's shaking, everything is going to fall to pieces, literally, and we're going to actually get to beat up on Gormor Dowersmith. And then you immediately go normally, you come out of stun, the entire thing ends. And it's a wonderfully convenient time to come out of stun. You just have to wish you would come out of stun earlier, and you would have stopped the entire story of this game if you shot Ivar once in the head. But it was not to be. And so let's see if I can actually connect with the Scourging Blow. And I missed again. I'm having terrible luck with that. Oh, and then there's another one. I didn't even notice that there were other guys. I completely ignored them. And then I'll take that. And we're doing very well in this instance. This instance will probably round out the video, actually. I thought I would need to show you some of the outside world, but I'll most likely to show you a glimpse of it before you have to run over here. And I'm smarter than they are. They just sit there and talk at the roadblock while I walk over here. And shoot that. You're not supposed to shoot that, they're supposed to finish it off, but I shoot it just because I knew it was coming. And then we can go through here, and he smacks the door really hard with his axe, and yeah, I would not think that an axe would do what it's about to do, but it's pretty neat looking. I wish my axe did that. It would be a good reason to use an axe rather than a sword if all axes did that, but they don't. So just sit and enjoy as his axe of awesomeness hits the door. and my guy was going to faint in the shockingness of it all, and then I clicked it too early, and I fainted in anticipation, apparently, nervousness. Because everyone knows people succumb to nerves really easily. But something I didn't tell you earlier is hunters are notorious for being hard to solo with, at least among everybody I know, because, and after a slight technical snafu, somehow, I have no idea what happened. It stopped playing sound, I couldn't move, but it was still rolling video, so I turned it off, and I'm sorry for that random glitchy moment. I'll try to cut it out if it is still in there. You know what happened, though. And you see, they don't number the health here, because they can't kill in this instance, so even if they had, like, no health left, it would still consider it as 1 health left, or whatever. So, he just got squished. That's not a very nice way to die. And then I think there's only these guys and a couple others. We're pretty close. And you would think that that dwarf would have run away. He had all the time to sit there and look at the ceiling and go, no! And then he'd squish and he didn't do anything. Like I said, not all that smart, but other than some issues with the way that they actually did the characters, this game is, as I mentioned, my favorite game. Let's sit back. You can never tell if they're following you. I've had instances where I've run off in one direction and realized that they went the other way and got themselves killed, and all because I stayed in front of them. So even though I know where they're going this time, I like staying behind them. Plus it means they get beat up on first and give me a chance to shoot everything. But go along the sledge. In real life, I'm afraid of heights, so if this game would kill me, I would look down there and immediately faint and fall off, and then die, because I wonder, I'm not going to test it, but could you jump? Is there an invisible rail there, or could you jump? Because I've known in Lothlorien, if you go up the little tree ladders, it looks like there should be an invisible rail, but there's not. You jump and it kills you. But then travel now, and we're out of that instance and out into the actual world, which is once again pretty. It's not that dank little tomb area we were just in. It's the bright snow-filled area we used to be in, except now we should have more people. Not all that many more, because there's still way more people in the high-level areas, but we should at least run into people occasionally. And, oh yeah, I thought we were in Thorin's Gate, but since we're an elf, we start over here, don't we? So this is where we are. This is where we were. And enter Skorgrim's. Okay, there's 2 people you could talk to for that. I thought I have to go all the way up there, and I ignored the person right next to me. But that's a good introduction to Lotro. If you don't have this game if you don't have this game already, then shame on you. You should know already that it's the best game ever made on Earth. And if you do have this game already, then you are one of my favorite types of people. The other types being anybody who eats pasta, and I applaud you on your wonderful decision making in games. As you can tell, this is way prettier than the world was in that instance, and I like the graphics. The cherry trees zoom, and they have nice and artful graphics, and everybody talks to you. And it's just really well pulled off. I even should take a screenshot of this place when I get out, but thank you for watching. What's episode 4 of the Hunter walkthrough, and we're now at 6, almost 7, and there will be way more editing from here on out, so there should be at least 1 level per episode. Which means we can't have more than 85 episodes, although that'd be a lot. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you have the best day ever. Watch episode 5.